Most CIOs run a post-mortem after an AI initiative goes sideways. The pre-mortem, 6 questions asked before you approve anything, usually makes the post-mortem unnecessary. Here are the 6 I'd run before signing any AI vendor contract or approving any internal AI build. None of them are technical. All of them are the questions that 18 months later you'll wish someone had asked in the room. Question 1. Who owns the operational outcome, not the build? The build owner and the outcome owner should be the same person, named, with budget authority. If they're 2 different people, you're already in a multi-quarter handoff problem, and the handoff is where AI initiatives go to die. The build team ships something that works in the demo, the operations team inherits something they didn't design, and nobody owns the gap between the 2. Name one person. Give them the budget. If you can't, the project isn't ready. Question 2. What's the data residency and retention spec? In writing, before kickoff. We'll figure it out. Is a real answer that costs real engineer months the first time an audit hits. Where does the data live? Which region? How long is it retained? Who can access it? That belongs in the statement of work, not in the deployment runbook you write 9 months later under pressure. The spec is cheap to write before kickoff. It is extraordinarily expensive to reconstruct after the fact. Question 3. What's the failure mode you discover at 3 a.m. in month 9? Force the conversation. Ask the vendor or your own team to name a realistic failure mode, not a hypothetical, a specific one they've actually seen at your scale. The ones who can't either haven't deployed at your scale or aren't being honest about what they've watched break. A vendor who can describe exactly how their system fails is a vendor who has been there. That's the one you want. Question 4. What's the audit trail spec your cyber underwriter will ask about at renewal? Specifically, drafted by AI, reviewed by name, approved at timestamp, the prompt and the model output preserved, the model version logged. If you can't produce those 5 things for any AI decision in the last 24 months, in under an hour, your insurance claim pays differently. We have comprehensive logging at Chun is not an answer. Application logs are not an audit trail. The underwriter knows the difference and they'll find out which one you have at exactly the wrong moment. Question 5. What's the cost ceiling and the cost-regression alert? Inference cost grows non-linearly. It does not grow the way your spreadsheet assumes. So set 2 numbers before you start. A regression alert at 30% above expected and a hard kill switch at 100%. The alert tells you the curve is bending early while you can still do something about it. The kill switch makes sure a runaway loop is a line item, not a board conversation. Question 6. What's the kill switch criterion? Not, we'll reevaluate quarterly. A specific metric that, when it crosses a specific line, automatically triggers a pause and a review. Without one, sunk cost momentum carries the program right past the point of useful return, because nobody wants to be the person who killed the thing everyone's already invested in. Decide the criterion before you're emotionally invested. Write it down. Let the number make the call. If the vendor, or your internal team, can't answer all 6 in a 45-minute meeting, the project isn't ready for approval. That's not a hostile test. It's the cheapest diligence you'll ever run. And there's a 7th question I've started adding. What's the rollback plan if it works too well? It sounds odd until you've watched an AI initiative succeed past its own governance. Volume jumps an order of magnitude. The human review step that was fine at pilot scale becomes the bottleneck, and the team quietly drops the oversight to keep up, right as the audit surface explodes. Plan the scale-up governance before the success, not after. Success is the failure mode nobody budgets for. So before you approve the next one, run the 6 questions. The pre-mortem time, costs nothing. The post-mortem time costs your reputation. If you want the full version of question 4, the audit-trail spec your underwriter actually scores, it's written out in the 10-layer governance assessment at ggo.ai/security/cyber underwriting readiness. And if you've got an AI vendor contract on your desk right now, DM me Pre-Mortem on LinkedIn, and I'll send you the 6-question sheet to run in your next approval meeting. Run it before you sign, not after it breaks.